All right, here we go, man. And we had Ignacio Bahamondes on the money line initially. And I'm so glad that with the line reversals and our brilliant team of matchmakers and line makers, stats are such a huge part of what we do. I mean, if you're not a metrics person and you're not understanding how glyco scores and all these things come into effect, you're not really going to understand what the casino could potentially be planning behind, let's say, an event like this in Baku, where the UFC truly appoints the judges. All right, so I'll get to why we're siding with Rafael Fiziev and how we were once on Ignacio Bahamondes. I mean, I have absolutely no regrets with switching sides here. I think we are all in Rafael Fiziev, provided that most people, like myself, thought that maybe Ignacio Bahamondes could pull it off. He's a kickboxer after all, right? He stays right in front of you. He's not like other fighters that circle around. His height and reach, right? His range with that jab, right? He can control it, right? These are all things that are advantageous. And breaking into the rankings, right? Breaking into the rankings. Ludwig Klein couldn't do it, right? He couldn't do it against Gamrot. So I guess to shuffle the rankings now that Jalen Turner is out of it, and we need fresh blood. I mean, the top 5, top 10 is all recycled now. We need fresh blood, right? Ignacio Bahamondes. Wrong. That's not at all how this is. This could go, right? To a casual bettor, anybody would think, well, Ignacio could break into the top 15. Absolutely not. If he did so, Joel Alvarez would be out of the top 15. That's not happening. Mauricio Ruffi's got is on a 3-fight win streak, and that's the guy. All right, Ignacio Bahamondes is a welterweight, folks. Let's just call it what it is. All right, let's just call it what it is. Rafael Fiziev has made promise about cutting down to featherweight, and he just knows. He's outsized in the lightweight division, but we're not talking outsized by guys like Ignacio Bahamondes. No, we're talking about guys like Gaethje, Max Holloway, right? We're talking about guys, with adequate size to the lightweight division. Grant Dawson, right? So on and so forth. So that's a bit challenging for someone like Fiziev. He's trying to get through, and I mean, he's on a 3, fight losing skid. There's a lot you can say about the skill set here. A lot you can say. I've seen how, Fiziev is incredible with his kicks to the head, to the body, to the back leg, calf, and it's incredible what he can do in that octagon with his takedown defense. If anything you've seen when he was in a Wizard with Rafael dos Anjos, man, this guy had judo throws and sweeps. This guy, Fiziev, if you don't know, is the best striker in that lightweight division, next to Mauricio Ruffi. No one comes close. He would defeat Topuria had he had cardio for 5 rounds. You heard me right. All right, he would. He would defeat Dustin Poirier tomorrow. He could defeat most of these fighters in the top 5, top 10. He could wipe the floor with Charles Oliveira, Michael Chandler. I mean, it's crazy, So if this fight even went to decision and it were close, and I know I sound like I'm just ranting on. If you want a more technical analysis of this, if you want an assessment, just send a DM. I'll send it right over. It's a cut sheet with all the details behind it. Skill for skill. You get the breakdown. You also get line movement details, right? So as mentioned to you, I'm not liking this at all. How Fiziev, who's the hometown hero, went from favorite to plus money now that everybody's hammering Bahamondes, right? He's so tall. He's been kickboxing since he was 13. That's all the ranting and raving around Bahamondes, right? He's coming out of Bilal Muhammad's gym. He could potentially take down Rafael Fiziev, right? So on and so forth. He could break into the rankings. And I think that's the one that's doing it. break into the rankings. Don't get me wrong, Bahamondes is great, man. He switches from southpaw, orthodox to southpaw constantly. As mentioned, he stays right in front of you because of that incredible range he has. He doesn't have to be moving laterally, right? He's got striking that's diverse. He definitely employs feints, and the feints are very important because he uses it to hide, to smoke screen when he wants to enter the pocket, and he does it with a jab, and he's someone that we've seen grapple and submit folks. We've seen him finish opponents with kicks as well, which is wild, right? So he incorporates that too, and there's a lot of highlight finishes surrounding that ability he has. But Rafael Fiziev is just he's a different guy, man, and it's only a 3-rounder. It's only a 3-rounder. If it went to the judges' scorecards, I think the line movement is proving now that Fiziev is the guy. So I know you guys could see that Bahamondes, of course, is not getting finished on the feet. He's got kickboxing experience. Rafael Fiziev, you can admit he's not getting submitted. He's got incredible takedown defense, right? He could bounce back on his feet, right? He could draw away just like Costa did to an offensive wrestler in Spivak, right? When we saw that fight, Waldo Costa was just pulling away. That's all you'll do. And so admittedly, I mean, if it goes to the scorecards, who do you think? There's no shame, right? I mean, it has to be the hometown hero, Rafael Fiziev, right? And of course, you don't want Ignacio, even politically, to break into the rankings because you're kicking out Joel Alvarez, and you're right there on par with Grant Dawson. So, and you would be on a 4-fight win streak now as Ignacio Bahamondes. So, I mean, it's telling, especially when he didn't get ranked after that win against Jalen Turner, right? So, I think that Ignacio Bahamondes will move to welterweight, at least at 28 years of age. He should. He's done great, and that's all that we think here. I mean, let me give you a more informed perspective on the line movement. So Jamal Hill at plus 130, we dropped the bank on him, and in doing so, we know a lot of people followed suit, and a lot of folks did so as well. And then that line went from plus 130 to plus 105. That line was peculiar. That movement was peculiar because the betting splits were showing, and this is evident, okay, that this is empirical data, right? That not many people were betting Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill was at 22% of all the cash in the world. And then suddenly when the line moved, he started getting action on his name. So this is when a lot of bettors were starting to cash out. They said there got to be something wrong with Hill. It's probably his knees again. He's probably not winning this fight. Let me hedge. So it had everybody scrambling. The public, the casuals came in, right? So the sharps were out there worried, and then the sharps came. The public came in and they said, "Hey, we're gonna bet, Hill." And so it threw a lot of people off, especially people with money to put down on Hill. All right, and I think that was done purposeful. I think they are pretty much telling you Jamal Hill is set to win here, potentially by finish. But where the real line movement happened, where you should take heed, is where Rafael Fiziev became plus money suddenly. He became the underdog. Bahamondes became a heavy favorite. Topology lines, okay, so the community who votes, on how a potential fight can go, whether by finish, submission, decision, TKO, KO, topology. It's got a group of voters, right? Like you and I. It's even between Rafael Fiziev and Bahamondes, but the betting splits are all now Bahamondes. So I can see the potential robbery here, or just an outright decision on Rafael Fiziev. And provided the political considerations in the rankings, right? Lightweight rankings, I do not see Bahamondes entering that whatsoever. Not now, maybe in the future, but what's more probable is him moving up to welterweight. All right, so you heard it here first. Pro Schmo Bets.